So I want to share a very quick story, my first approach, and then I'll get to the nitty-gritty. I'm going to share a couple of techniques that will make approaching a little bit more easy. Has anyone here heard of my bus story? My first approach during the day. Okay, cool. I was terrified. I really was terrified. I had a big problem when I was a kid. I couldn't make eye contact with people. I had a stuttering problem. And my first approach was on a bus. Every morning, I used to live in the country, and I used to catch this bus every morning. It took an hour and a half to get from my home to work. And on that bus trip, there was this girl. She used to get on at the same stop every morning. She used to sit two rows in front of me. And I swear to God, I'll be sitting there on my seat, and the girl will be getting on. We'll be pulling up near a bus stop. The girl will get on, and I would just fantasize. This is how sick it is, right? But this is like 5 years ago, so it's all right. She would get on, and it was like time froze. It was like a Hollywood movie. And she would get on, her hair was flapping in the wind, and a little, she was always glamorous. She must have been a lawyer or something. She was wearing this tight little black suit. Nice hair. She had nice heels on. She had makeup on. She really looked after herself. And I fantasized, I imagined our life together. This is how sick it was, right? 2 seats in front of me, but the love of my life, she had no idea I existed. And I was fantasizing about our kids' names, the white picket fence, our dog named Ralph. I was insane, but the thing is, I didn't know any better, and your first approach will always be the hardest approach, and I guarantee you that. And some of you have approached already, and you've probably realized that. All right, one day I've been reading some sort of newsletter, some sort of motivational newsletter. I think it was David D or something. And it was something like, the motto was, seize the moment, seize the day. So get up there and give it a try. And I thought, okay, well, today I'm going to do it. Today I'm going to walk up and I'm going to do my approach, because if I don't do it today, I'm not going to do it ever. If you see a girl walking down the street, much better to say, hey, you're very pretty, and screwing it up or not doing too well. It's much better to try and fail than not try at all, because you never know, it's a missed opportunity. So I remember the day, it was about 5 o'clock, I was coming home from work. There was hardly anyone on the bus. There's like 10 people on the bus, right? It's in the country, for God's sake. And again, she sat 2 seats in front of me. I sat there and I stared. And I cringed the day, I knew I had to walk up and talk to her, but there's still people on the bus. And I can't approach people. I can't approach somebody. What if I get rejected in front of all these people, right? To be rejected outright, to be rejected in the basic form is humiliating itself, but to be rejected publicly in front of other people in a confined environment where everyone's going to hear you, that's the worst thing ever. That's the worst thing that can happen. And people will be judging me, looking at me, thinking I'm less of a man. And I'm thinking, okay, well, I'm going to do it anyway. So I think, God shined on me that day. Everyone got off the bus, and it was just me and her, right? Anyway, we started coming up to near her stop, and I thought, okay, well, I'm going to make my move very quickly. My hands started shaking. The sweat started rolling down the back of my jacket, and I'm thinking, oh God, the nerves are kicking in now. My legs started buckling, so I got up. Has anyone ever seen RoboCop? Okay, there's a scene where he gets injured by the big robot, right? It's like. That was me walking up to a seat, right? It's only 2 seats in front of me. So I ended up walking up, and I noticed she actually passed the stop. She didn't get off. She didn't press the button. So I sat down. I thought, that's a great conversational starter. I cringe to this day. I said one of the most creepiest things you could possibly say to a girl. The creepiest. You can't beat this, right? I leant over the chair. Now, I was trying to be cool, I leant over. I was like this little stiff motion like that. I looked at her with my scary eyes, like crazy eyes, and I said, you're not getting off your usual stop today, huh? I actually thought I was doing well, right? I didn't know any better. And I actually thought I was getting somewhere with this girl, but I wasn't. And I can see it to this day, the creepometer was going up to 10. It was off the charts. I was creeping this girl out seriously, and I was thinking in my head, yes, I'm getting laid tonight. Yeah, man. We started talking. I said, I said, you're not getting off usual stop. She said, no, I'm going to a birthday party. I like birthday parties. My birthday's coming up soon. Okay, so my stop was coming up. I said, so I'll see you around then. Yeah, you'll see me around. I got up and I walked away, and I'm a big fan of Hollywood movies, so I wanted to do the glance back, the whole, they always do like a glance back. So I was I was on the second step, and I looked back. I got off the bus, and I never saw this girl again. I think she bought a car. And, I mean, that's just a quick story, just to show you, like, it's, the first approach